a smaller company, like a seed stage company. So my most recent investment is a company that also starts out with O, and it's called Outline. It's just a seed stage or even pre-seed company. And their insight was that customer success teams have been growing rapidly, but there's no real dedicated software for them to use. The notion of a customer success team as opposed to just customer support or product team is pretty new, but it's become very important in the world of software as a service and business software. And that's why the budgets are growing, the teams are growing across Silicon Valley and the world. And probably the leading company that is talking about customer success right now is a private unicorn company called Gainsight. And it's raised money at $1 billion. And Gainsight is a product that tries to create really heavyweight kind of enterprise dashboards around the health of one of your customers and the likelihood that they are to churn. So they collect data about how frequently the users at your customers are using your software, and if they're not using it very often, then it seems likely that they might stop paying for your software at some point. So that's the sort of insight, that's the sort of like enterprise dashboard that Gainsight is building, which isn't exactly, it's what executives who oversee customer success teams might look at every quarter or every month, but it's not what line employees in customer success use every day. So this is an example of category creation that is almost the same playbook, I hope, as outreach, but for a different department. So for sales department, for customer support. And so Outline's idea is that they're not even trying to compete directly against Gainsight. They want to, work with Gainsight, work with other companies that are building customer support software, and kind of build this idea of a category that demands and requires first-class software, not general-purpose software like Google Spreadsheets, but its own customer success software. And Outline wants to be the platform where customer success people spend all their time doing their job. So it's very early days because it's just a seed stage company, but this is their idea for a new category, which I was persuaded enough by and thought the team was great enough to invest most recently. Another example of category creation, which I think is amazing, is there's this company called Vapor, which is a hardware company and software company that is building small data centers that attach to cellular antennas around the world and around cities, because they've noticed that with the expansion of LTE and now 5G, there's just this incredible explosion of demand for computing power at the edge of networks. So without having to, when you're watching a video on YouTube, without having to round trip all the way back to a Google data center on your phone, it's really helpful for bandwidth. But this is a brand new, this category of edge computing is a brand new category. They're not building data centers. They're not building a CDN necessarily, but it's kind of in between a content delivery network and a data center, because there's just this need for more and more computing closer to the user's end device, closer to someone's phone. And so, they've raised over $100 million. I don't know if it's $1 billion company yet, but I include this example because their CMO is a friend of mine, and I spent a lot of time talking to him about how his entire approach to marketing is building their own edge computing industry trade group and creating awards where executives at customer or potential customer companies win awards for being a pioneer in edge computing. And they've even created this kind of like Gartner style technology analyst practice that is independent from Vapor, but was started by Vapor to promote this category of edge computing where, they're building a product that is central to edge computing in general. So if edge computing as a concept really takes off, they think they're well positioned to be successful. But if the category takes off, it doesn't matter. it does not take off. It doesn't matter how good a job they're doing selling and building product. It won't be successful. And I think and I like this example because it's an extreme example for this notion that creating your own category is extremely important for any company, not only ones that are building something brand new that doesn't really exist yet.